Alright, welcome back guys to another video. We are going to be looking at a replay and talking about a tank that I haven't mentioned before here on the channel. That's going to be the T26E5 Patriot. Kind of a little bit of an underrated tank if you ask me. It's not really talked about that very often anymore, especially since nowadays there's just a ton of tanks that are better than it. Anyway, this is going to be the second Mark of Excellence game for me in this tank, and we're going to watch and see what happens there. So there's only one arty. I'm going to play 1-2 line. I can go hold down. The only things I have to be careful of is the IS-22. Astron Rex has autoloader, so I have to be careful of him as well. And the Udices are pretty easy to deal with. So for a heavy tank, a lot of people don't like it because of the low alpha gun. But for me, I feel like this is a very balanced premium tank. It's not completely broken. So it's kind of balanced out by its alpha, and its mobility is pretty good. Its armor is pretty good for the most part. Its penetration too is also one of the best things about it. Just overall, a good tank. The cupola is very strong, like the T32s. Ever since the T32 kind of got buffed, the tank is kind of the same way in regards to the T32, just lower alpha gun, not as physically as big of a tank. The T32 is a little bit longer with its hull, and it's got a slightly bigger turret. Other than that, yeah, it's almost identical. It's the same playstyle as the T32, you just go hold down. The upper plate too on this and the lower plate are actually pretty strong. Also, too, another downside with this tank is that you can't side scrape in it very easily, because by the time that you poke around the corner, they can already see half of your lower plate on one side, so they can just free shoot you before you can shoot them back. So that's probably the second disadvantage that you have. But it's better to angle your front plate outward, kind of like how you would a mouse or a Panzer 7 or something like that, and you can actually get easier bounces that way rather than trying to side scrape. So it's better just to angle your lower plate out. That was a poor shot by me. I fired a second too late. But yeah, a very good tank. I would definitely recommend it if you want a heavy tank that has pretty much everything. Like I said, the only thing you can't do is side scrape, and also you don't really have that high of alpha, so those are really the main disadvantages. But yeah, overall it's really fun to play. I'd recommend Turbo V-Stabs Rammer on this tank. If you don't want to run Turbo, you could probably run Vents if you wanted to, and it makes it work pretty good. Before Turbo existed, you definitely would go with Vents. That would definitely be the better option. But since Turbo exists now, this thing being able to go a little bit quicker, kind of like a medium tank, is really nice. So far, we haven't done a whole lot this game. We only have 1100 damage, but that is going to pop up very quickly. We're going to get a lot of spotting from this, just to finish off this game here. And yeah, I did not expect to market this game, to be honest with you. I was stuck at 84 for a couple days, and I got really frustrated. So then, this was actually the first game that I played of a couple days ago, and it was the first time I played this tank in like a couple days as well. And I was very happy to see this. And there's Captain just ammo racking the poor Waffenträger. So yeah, we only have 2k combined, which is almost enough. I think we need about 2.3, 2.4 for 2 marks. Yeah, it's very quickly here with these last 3 tanks or so. It's going to really pop up. Yeah, as you can see now, we have over 2k spotting like that and 1700 damage just within a matter of 30 seconds. That pumped up really quickly, and we're going to be able to do a little bit more farming. We're going to get in another shot or 2. And yeah, this was a pretty easy battle, to be honest with you, and I'm very happy to see that this ended. It was a good 2-mark game. So yeah, that's pretty much all we're gonna get there is around 4k combined. Oh, never mind, we got one more shot, so we have 4.3 combined if you round it. Very easy game so far, and yeah, that was the most enjoyable 2-mark that I've had in a little while. Let's go ahead and take a look at the battle results to see how we did. So of course, like I said, this was our second Mark of Excellence game that we got. Very nice there. We made some nice credits too. Got a Confederate for shooting more than anyone else. Second class mastery, surprisingly. I'm surprised it wasn't a first, to be honest with you, but not a big deal. Got the Scout Medal for our 2000 spotting damage that we did. Not too shabby there. We only did block 250 damage, and that was from the TVP. Um, so, yeah, you do have sessions where you get very low block damage, or you're gonna get a lot of high block damage. You don't really have anywhere in the middle. Is what I've noticed. Like especially if you go hold down, you'll get around 2,000 to 3,000 blocked. But if we played like we did there, then we only get 1 or 2 shots blocked of damage. So it's not a huge deal, but it is something that I have noticed as well. And then of course for the team, we got we got second in experience. Captain beat us a little bit in experience in his Caliban because he did more raw damage than we did. Their team kind of didn't do really well, unfortunately for them, but that was a good thing for us. So overall, our team did pretty okay. And then if we look at profit, we profited 150,000 that game, and yeah, that was really nice. So yeah, WAT premium definitely helps. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think of this tank. And I hope that you get it for yourself. Like I said, I definitely would recommend it. It's kind of a fun tank to play. And it can definitely hold against tier 10s because of its penetration and because of its armor that it has. So you still have to be careful against them, of course. But like I said, it is a decent tank. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.